everyone. Well, that concludes the series with Charles Daniel on entrepreneurship. So, thank you so much, Charles, for all the wisdom that you have shared with us. Thank you for being vulnerable, opening up, and being so transparent. I don't know about you all, but I have learned a lot through this process. And what I want you all to do, those who have been watching, hopefully, I hope that you have taken nuggets from each of these episodes and that you've made progress in your particular walk of entrepreneurship. Today, what I want you to do is to think about the episode and what your takeaways were. I want you to write them down and see how and what it is that you can apply to your particular life. If you are an aspiring entrepreneur, I want you to examine your life and look at the things that you are already involved in, the skills you already have, the things you already know. I'm not asking you to write what you think you're competent enough in, what you think you're good enough at, what you think you're going to be successful in. I want you to just solely write down the list of things that you enjoy, the list of things that you have skills in, the list of things that you're capable of doing. Anything that you have experience in, then I want you to really begin to look at that list and then break it down and see which one of these areas, if any, is a possible business idea for you. And so, just like the lady in the Bahamas, as they shared, they have encouraged their children to have some level of skill, even if it never becomes a major business idea for you, even if it's just always something to make a little extra on the side. It never hurts to try to monetize a skill that we have and to bring in more income. And so I encourage you to do that. And then lastly, I want you all to just think through again the marketing techniques. Are there different things that you can do marketing wise? Then what are some of the roadblocks that you have faced? What are some roadblocks or that you're facing? And so I want you to write those down and then think about if there's somebody who either you can have a conversation with, somebody you can collaborate with, or a coach or someone that you can hire to work with you to assist you in walking through those things. Now, for some of you, you may just need to do some research, do some reading. You may need to be just intentional at looking at the problem and thinking about things that you can do because you may already know the answers to those particular problems. I still want you to look at ways in which you can collaborate with other people, ways in which you can serve and learn and glean from other people. And so that was a lot of different things, but I try to share various ideas sometimes just so that it can kind of appeal to different people because some people are already doing some of this stuff already. And so if you are, I want to say kudos to you. And I want you all to continue to grow, to have intentional conversations regarding entrepreneurship. I want us to be, remember that we can gain vision by serving, helping, or even just inquiring with others. You may not feel like volunteering or serving is the path you have to go, but asking questions, supporting, buying merchandise, and just getting to know entrepreneurs can help set your dreams on fire. So never just remember that. So that does conclude it all for Charles and I's entrepreneurship series. We do have one last community activity that we are planning to do. So be on the lookout for that information. It will be bike rides and beignets, and we will have a topic that we will be discussing regarding business. So once that topic is finalized and the information will be given out to you, and the tentative dates. So be on the lookout for that information. You will find that on my Instagram page at Progress with Portia. I encourage you to please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. You can also do the same with our website. Make sure you go check out the website, read all up about us, comment, interact with us. And so we look forward to hearing back from you. Again, I'm just excited about the growth and the things that are coming. So next week we have Trey, and I'm going to try to say his last name correctly, Vador. We will hear it correctly on the episode. And so, but he is the Clippers King. And so he is sharing with us a wealth of knowledge about finances. And so I'm excited as he is He is not a financial advisor. So it's not that type of advice. It's more so setting the foundation of changing our mindset and the way we look at and the way we view wealth and finances. So I'm really excited for you all to hear this episode, to hear hear our conversation, and then to participate in the community activity following that. Following his episode, we do have a series that we'll be doing on grief. And so one of the first ones, we will be talking to a few young African American women who have lost their husband. And so we will be talking to them about their journey, the grief that they've gone through. It's not going to be all sad. Of course, it is going to touch our hearts, and then there is sadness and grief. And we don't have to be afraid of feelings and sadness. But these women are filled with hope. They're filled with inspiration. They're filled with love. And so there is just to see their journey has definitely been a blessing. But grief is something that we don't always fully understand, but we all will experience it. And I think it's worth us exploring the topic of grief a little bit, having these conversations, understanding what it looks like, that we can be a better support to those around us. And also when we're going through ourselves, that we can better understand what we're going through, that we won't be so hard on ourselves, and we can understand that journey. And so be on the lookout for that. I do have a interview coming up with a really great bishop, so I'm excited about that. So be on the lookout for more information regarding that interview. And so now we're going to transition to our dedication segment. This is my favorite part of the show, where we will talk about or share letters from people who have written to their loved ones. So it could be a friend, a family member, a spouse. And it's a time for us to express our feelings to one another, a time to spread love, positivity. It could be a letter of closure, a letter of, like I said, a prayer, letter of encouragement. It could be a letter of forgiveness, whatever it is that you want to express to another individual. It can be creative. You can come on here and share with me. You can be on the video. You can just do audio. You can be on the video with your face covered. And so there's many ways for you to participate. You can send me the letter and I can read it for you. It is definitely something that I have enjoyed being a part of, and hearing people to share and express their love to one another. Those who have been on the receiving end have been very happy and thankful to receive the love, or unexpected love, or acknowledgement. So thank you to each and every one of you who have participated and just shared your feelings. So if you would like to be a part of the dedication segment, please send me your letters, DM me. You can comment on here, or you can write to me at Portia at progresswithportia.com. Again, it's Portia, Portia, at progresswithportia.com. I look forward to hearing from you. So to this evening, I wrote the letter to my parents. So I said, Mom and Dad, I remember as a child, you two were my protector, my heroes, and I believed that you knew everything. I felt loved by both of you, and you raised me on a foundational belief of God. I think as a child, I held you both on a pedestal, which is why for a season, I had a hard time when the innocent veil was removed from my eyes and the reality of your limitations and your humanness hit me. I really remember being angry in one season, thinking that Mom was refusing to share information with me because she said there were things she said she didn't know. And I remember feeling frustrated, like she knows, she just doesn't want to take the time to tell me. Because in my little brain, I could not fathom my mother not knowing the answer to something. Of course, I grew to realize that was not true. I remember feeling like she just didn't want to take the time to tell me. However, we've transitioned through that season and various seasons. I want to speak to this current season. When my husband left and my world was turned upside down, When my husband left, my world was turned upside down, which in turn also turned your world upside down. Your super independent daughter had to let go and accept help. What you all have been for me in this season, and every season when I look back, have been again my protector, my encourager, my source of wisdom, my comfort, my help, my help, and my help. No one has believed in me and has loved me as well as you all have. There is nothing I could do to repay you for the time, sacrifice, and hard work that you have poured into me and in my life now and throughout my life, but especially in this season. I can't tell you what it means to me, Dad, when you stepped up and had to begin to watch my kids at times. I remember the first time I had to ask you to watch my kids, and your comment was, Portia, you know the last time I watched a baby was when you was a baby. And my response was, Dad, you know I know that. And if I had to ask you, you know I have nobody else. But ever since then, Dad, I have seen how you have your heart has so softened, and not that you didn't love my children, but that wall came down, and I've seen you flourish in your relationship with my children, and it means the world to me. You stepped out of your comfort zone and you did something to help me, and in return it seems as though that you all both benefited from that relationship. It's blessed me to see your heart soften with my children. I appreciate how you have accepted Mom coming over many evenings or unexpectedly at times. And Mom, what can I say for all that you do? You work hard all day, every day. And many times you come over here and you work hard with me and my children, doing whatever it is that we need. You have loved me, you have walked with me, and you have done exactly what I needed when I needed it. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you for ensuring that my children and I are always good. Whatever the need, you have been right there. You all have blessed me beyond words. You have been my angels to help see me through this season. Thank you for everything. I love you both with all my heart, and I couldn't have asked for better parents. Okay, so I'm going to say, as I would when I would read any other letter, wasn't that such a beautiful letter? Yes, so I'm just so thankful for my parents. As I stated, they have been amazing support to me, and I had to learn how to ask for help. I have been one who has been very independent, wanting to do everything, or has done everything for myself, as far as I've gotten older, and did not like to have help or ask for help. And I had to learn how to ask for help. So I hope that someone who is watching this, if you're in a season where you need help, I hope it encourages you, if you don't have the support you need already, that you would go ahead and ask for help. Sometimes we look at the people around us and we see and we think, well, their family's supporting them and they're here for them like this, and my family is never there for me like that. But we don't know what it is that has transpired in those families for them to be there. Specifically in my family, I had to have specific conversations and let them know exactly what I needed, and to let them know what kind of help I needed. And so sometimes we need to be able to say that. Sometimes we assume that people should just know what we need and just be there, but everybody's different, and we live in a very busy world where people are on the go all the time. And if you're used to being independent, people don't just feel like they can step in and do those things. So if you need help, I hope you would rely on that you would ask for help and then let them help. I have learned, the significance and the importance of community in raising children, and the support and the significance of family and community in just having a healthy, thriving life. So be encouraged, anybody who's out there. If you need support, build your support system. If you don't have family, if you're alone, some people have no family, or their family's just completely unreliable. You can create your support network. My support network is not just my parents. It is mainly my parents. But I have other people who have been amazing. And if I didn't have my parents, that I would have to rely more so on them and incorporate them more. But there are wonderful people around us, but it took me letting my wall down and not being afraid and letting people in even when they do things different and it's not exactly how I would do it. And it's been nothing but a blessing for me. So I hope you would do the same. Be on the lookout for the future shows that are coming up. I told you we have some great episodes coming up. I'm looking forward to all of that. And thank you for each and every one of you who continuously tune in. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for those who are sharing this with friends and family. I hope you all are having intentional conversations with those around you, that you're talking about things that we have talked about in the episodes or other topics that matter to you. I hope that you're expressing your feelings with one another. Thank you to each of you who take time to tell me that you watched the episode, that you've enjoyed it, and what it's meant to you. And so that means the world to me, as I am stepping into this new place, as I am growing. Having your feedback means so much. So please, if you've enjoyed anything, please comment below or reach out to me. Again, you can email me at Portia at progresswithportia.com. My website is progresswithportia.com. You can reach me on Instagram at Progress with Portia, on Facebook with Progress with Portia. And if you have my phone number, you can reach me by texting me. I answer to any form of communication. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.